So I have these copper washers that I bought from eBay a long time ago, and I'm gonna actually use the largest size, which is this 20 by 26 size here, because that size works best with my little tree. And I'm actually gonna try to adjust my tree trunk to make it a smidge shorter. This is the tree from my previous tutorial video, so if you didn't watch that, go ahead and give it a look. It's my previous video and it's where I made this tree. I will leave a link to it down below as well. So I'm just trying to make it a little shorter so it fits better on this little copper washer. All right, so I think that fits pretty good. So what I want to do is I'm going to hammer this washer. You don't have to, you can leave it as it is, but I really like when it has some texture. Okay, so as an optional step, you would need an iron block and a chasing hammer. And you don't want to use this flat side, you want to use this curved side and literally just hammer it for texture. So just to show you what's happening, I was hammering this one little bit and you can see the texture that it gives. So if you like that, go ahead and hammer your copper washer. If not, leave it as it is. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this all the way around. So here is what it ended up looking like. So I'm gonna take my tree, I'm gonna put it here on the front of my washer. I'm going to kind of center it as best as I can. You can maybe even use some painter's tape if you wanted to hold it in place. I'm just gonna try and hold it in place with my fingers. So as I hold it, I'm going to take the ends here of the wire, and you might need to use your pliers to help. And I'm wrapping this wire basically around, and I'm having it come out up here. So I'm attaching it to the washer by wrapping it around the edge there of my copper washer, and I'm just trying to get it nice and tight. So it's just like a nice strong attachment, nice tight wrap. All right, press down on that. Hopefully my tree hasn't moved out of place. Nope, still good. So I'm gonna take the other side now, and I'm going to also just wrap that around. Using my pliers. Tighten that up. Press down on that. All right, here's how it looks. So my tree is not a perfect fit for my copper washer, and I do have the little tip of my tree just kind of sticking out like this, but that's okay. I think it still looks well. So now we just need to finish off these little wire ends. So you can kind of make swirls with them. I'm a little hesitant to do that just because swirls that are not tied down to anything, they can get caught on things and lift up. So I don't want to make swirls with these wire ends. I'm just continuing the wire and just pressing it down up against the washer here. So the wires are in the back, and what you want to do is you want to trim them, and you want to have a little wire end to these wires that's going to end up on the innermost edge of your copper washer. So it's not going to be so long that it sticks out and the wire end is on the front. So I'm going to trim this, but leave just a tiny little wire end like that. And then I'm going to take my pliers and press down on that little wire end. So it's just right here in the innermost kind of edge. You can see it a little bit here from the front, but you can't feel it because it doesn't go all the way through. But what you can do is you can just kind of press on it a little bit to just squish it if you want it to be less visible from the front. You can just use your pliers and just kind of squish and press down on that a little wire end to make it less noticeable. And then same thing on the other side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim. And I guess another option would be to squish it before you press it down. So let's try that with this side to show you the other option. So if you can see, hopefully that captures on camera how the tip of the wire is looking a little squished because I pressed on it with my pliers, and now I'm going to go ahead and press it down. And instead of being that blunt end, it's now like a pretty flat little end of the wire. And I'm just gonna press down on it here from the front, and hopefully you can see it's very subtle. It's a very thin little wire end. You can barely see it, and it doesn't stick all the way through to the front. You shouldn't be able to feel it. If it does, trim it. It's too long. So let's take a look at our tree, make sure it's all centered and good. So what we have to do now is attach this tree to the top of the washer, because only the bottom of the tree is attached, as you can see. So to do that, I'm going to use some half round wire. You can use round wire as well. It's totally up to you. This is just some 24 gauge half round wire. I'm going to cut myself a fairly long piece, maybe 5 inches or so. And what I'm going to do with this wire is just kind of roughly in the middle is where I want it to go, behind the copper washer. So I'm just kind of pressing it down, holding it. So one of the ends I'm going to take, and I'm going to bring it here, and I'm going to wrap it around this right top little edge of my tree. Like that. So the wire is just here on the back, and it's just making one little wrap around this little edge of my tree. So now I'm going to do another little wrap, and I'm going to do several because I want to make sure that it is attached well and it's not going to unravel. That's probably good. So now I just trim it like that. And then I just have this tiny little wire end, and I'm just going to press it down in there. So the wire end is hidden away. I'm actually going to use this wire to attach my bale before I bring it here and wrap it around the other side. So what I'm going to use here is some 18 gauge wire. It's a little bit thicker than the 20 gauge I used to make the tree itself, just to make it sturdier. I mean, you can use 20 gauge if that's all you have, but 18 gauge is a little thicker, a little sturdier, so it'll be more helpful to you to have a stronger bale. So this is about 3 inches long. Doesn't need to be very long. Then you have either round nose pliers or these types of bale making pliers to make your actual loop for your bale. So for me, it's going to be the third smallest size. So 1, 2, 3. This one here, that fits my necklace, but feel free to make it a little smaller, a little bigger, whatever works for you. So this is the little loop that it makes, and that's perfect. My necklace fits through that, and I'm gonna hold it and just bend this wire straight down. All right, so this is my little bail. Now I'm gonna need to make another loop. So right where this loop ends and this straight wire begins, I am going to push it to the side like this. Actually, a little bit more. All right, so if you're looking at it this way, the wire's just going to the side. And what you want to do is make a little loop with that again. Now, because we don't know how long the wire needs to be, you can guess and trim it, or you can curve it first and then trim it after. So I'm going to use the smallest size this time. Again, you can just use round nose pliers. And I'm just curling it around, all the way around that smallest size. And now that I can see the length that it needs to be, I'm just going to trim the excess. And now I have a loop going the opposite direction. All right. You can just kind of close that up. Obviously there's a little gap there. So we have a loop this way, and then our bail loop is this way. And let me just show you different ways to use this bail. So we're gonna use it, I'm gonna continue my pendant here and show you how we're gonna attach it. But if your tree is a little bit smaller, so with my tree, it's a little bit too big here. It sticks out the top. So we're gonna have to continue this wire, attach the bail, and then wrap the wire around this edge of the tree to finish it off. Okay, but previously when I've had a smaller tree, what I've done is I just brought this wire just across the back. I know it's hard to see, but it's just going across the back and just wrapping around here, essentially just attaching the tree to the copper washer. And then I have the space here, because this tree is small, to attach 2 little jump rings. And then this is the same kind of bail with the loop going this way and then going the other way. All right, and it attaches like that. But if your tree happens to be too big, I want to show you this other way that is going to involve attaching the bail differently, because there's no space here to put those little jump rings, because the tree just goes all the way to the top. So because there's no space, we are gonna use it, attach it using this wire before we finish off the wire. So what I'm gonna do is bring it through the bail here. So I'm gonna kind of line up my bail, put it here in the back, like so. I'm gonna take my little wire and I'm gonna put it around just the copper washer. All right, I know the bail kind of is falling over. That's okay. It's not attached yet. So the wire is going through this bail. The bail obviously is not very attached. It's a little wobbly. It's going through the copper washer here on the front. It's just coming out the front here. I want to get it just underneath. I'm going to pull on it, maybe even lift this little branch, because I want the wire to just come straight up like this. And then here on the back, it's formed a little loop. Our bail, it's kind of attached, but not, I wouldn't call it like super securely attached. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my wire and I'm gonna put it through that bail again. All right, just like this. So now, if you look, first it came from here. You can see the little half round wire, then it's wrapped around the washer, and here's a second kind of line of it. Let's put the bail up again. So now we're gonna take this and we are going to bring it to the front, but this time instead of just through the gap, we're going to put it through that little tree branch area right here. See that? Maybe you'll see it more clearly on the front. See how it's coming through right here, like through the tree itself. All right, so let's pull that tighter. So now, even though the bale moves, that's fine. It'll just make the tree dangle. It's pretty well attached because it's got 2 wires attaching it right here and going through it. So I think that's well attached. And now we have this wire coming through the tree itself. So what I'm going to do is just wrap it around this little edge of the tree. So I'm just trying to curl my wire. It's a little tricky. It's tight, pretty tight little space there. But here you can see one little wrap got formed. And then another one. Just want to do a few so it's not going to unravel on you. Maybe let's push that up. Let's push down on that wrap. I would say maybe 2 more. Yeah, that should be good. So let's take our pliers. Our pliers are wire cutters. Cut that little wire, and now we take the pliers. I was a step ahead, and we press down on that little wire end. Just push it down in there, get rid of that wire end. And now you have your little bale attached. So here is the finished little tree pendant. Just kind of hangs and dangles a little bit on that little bale that we've attached with that half round wire. You can see the little attachment right there. And again, just if you want to see the other one, if your tree happens to be smaller, instead of attaching with that half round wire, you can make 2 little jump rings and put one on either side, because your tree's going to be smaller, so you're going to have these gaps up top that I didn't have here. And then those jump rings are what's going to go through and attach your little bale. Just another option. But it's kind of hard to get the tree to be a specific size. That's why I just kind of want to show you what to do in either situation. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.